So let's set the timer. Keep this concise. Safety Rocks, episode 1. Hello, I am Todd. Thank you for finding my channel. I'm glad that you're here today, and I hope that your day's going well, that it's a good one. So let me start by explaining a couple of things here. First, this episode is a test, so bear with me. I'm going to try this format. I'll explain why. Any journey worth taking starts with a single step, and this is one I've been thinking about for a while. A couple of months ago, I received a surprise in the mail, and it was from my friend JC. They wrote to me a little letter saying, "Hey, Toddster, how's your son Trey doing? How's the new apartment? You know, blah, 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 typical friends catching up stuff." So he goes on to say, "For years, I've heard your stories about safety stuff and places that you've done, site surveys and hazard analysis. And I even sat in one of your training sessions at a safety conference. And I just appreciated what you were doing. So I came across this sign and I thought about you. And with your sense of humor, your storytelling, the stuff you talk about in the places and the people, but really, you know, how things go when it comes to accidents, either preventing them or when they happen." So I found this funny sign, and I'm going to paraphrase here, blah, blah, blah. I want to challenge you to a dare. And I want you to put out on YouTube some of your stories. I'm not going to give you any time limit as far as when you get this done, but I challenge you to get 50 subscribers and use their stories. Use those philosophical, make you feel good, deep thinking, life-changing stuff that, as you put it, educate, motivate, and inspire. And your goal is to reach 50 subscribers. So no time restraint. Good luck. Sincerely, JC, name and address withheld by request. So JC knows that the task is not one that comes at naturally for me. I'm not a tech guy. I am a safety specialist, but who could turn down a triple dog dare ya like that? So which leads to you and I meeting today, having coffee. Spoiler alert, let's get some ground rules established right off the bat. This first episode is a test. Testing audio, video, lighting, pace, tempo, all the things that those settings I like to see and hear in other people's YouTube content. You know, the real YouTubers, those content creators. So again, bear with me. It may take a couple of these practice episodes to get it, but eventually we will. I am a 30-year career-minded workplace safety specialist with certifications and life experience. I've traveled all across the country helping companies, and I'm not a tech wizard. I'm learning this as I go, beginning with a smartphone and an idea that was challenged to me by JC. And yes, thank you, JC. I appreciate the challenge, and I am taking you up on it. Secondly, what you won't see or hear, and you won't get advertisements, and you won't get sponsors. I am doing this for me, for you, not for me. I want to try it and see what happens. So you're not going to get inundated with a bunch of stuff that doesn't pertain to what this is. And what is this? Well, it really can be anything. It could be a little safety stuff, could be a little life experience, could be a little philosophy. What it will be, you'll get me as me. What you see is what you hear and what you get. No BS, no political agenda, no right versus left, no preachiness, no quid pro quo, Clarice. And the challenge was telling stories, which I have. I'm a safety person. We love sharing stories. And since this is a good format for doing so, I hope that some of the stories in this series will allow you to go back to your own companies and ask them XYZ, or maybe even your own families. So, as a storyteller, as a safety professional, there's a few, 3-ring binders that I have full of ideas that I could bring to this series. So, again, we'll see as we go. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. All right, we're up to number 4. If any proceeds do come out of this, if people choose to contribute to the channel, all the proceeds are going to use to either acquire better equipment, again, pending these tests of technical prowess, and then resources to expand a website that I've had a domain name on called rusafe2.com. And it's not listed below because it's not really, doesn't look cool yet. So maybe this is a chance to use that as a platform for something greater. So with all that in mind, I'm going to share the one element, the fundamental, the most common denominator theme that I'd like to weave through this whole series. And it's this. Every worker deserves to go home at the end of the day with all their parts and pieces intact to what matters most. Now think about that. Every worker. They have the right to go home at the end of the day with what? With all their parts and pieces intact. To what matters most. So I'm going to dive into that philosophy, which I call Safety Rocks, R.O.C.K.S. Remember our commitment to keep safe, R.O.C.K.S., Safety Rocks. So feel free to comment below, and please keep your comments clean. My son's grandmother will be watching this. So there you are. Practice episode number 1 in the can. Like the real YouTubers and those content creators, please like and subscribe and share with others. That'll help me reach my goal. Thanks for tuning in today. Thank you for being part of the safety equation. Whether you know it or not, you're part of it. So I look forward to seeing what this series could be. We'll catch you next week. Use your training. Watch out for each other. I'm Todd, and this is episode 1. Thank you.